Alright, so we're back with day 2 on the 30-day episodes that I'm supposed to do for this journal entry assignment. A couple things before we actually get into this episode or journal entry, whatever you guys want to call it. I'll just put up a couple bulletin points here on the side. A few things that I kind of have to work on when I'm recording these journal entries. One, looking at the actual camera. I noticed that I actually look at myself in the viewfinder instead of actually looking at the camera. So I gotta work on that. Secondly, what was the other one? Oh yeah, I held the mic way too close to my face. I'm hoping this distance is pretty good because last time I held it too close and pretty much all the audio was very distorted. So it didn't come out as well as I hoped. But I turned down the volume and I tried to salvage as much as I could. So hopefully it's better than what I think it is. Right now it is currently 9:30 p.m. 9:30 a.m. So I'm gonna go for a run. Hopefully I can beat my time. So I'm gonna have this part come up on screen right now. My current 5K time, I think last time I ran was like on Thursday, which was 32 minutes. It took me 32 minutes to run a 5K. So I'm hoping I can beat that time, hopefully shave off a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I haven't ran this entire weekend because I got the vaccine on Friday and my arm's been killing me. Actually, I have my first class of the week. Reading week is officially over today, unfortunately, but meaning there's only 6 weeks of this semester left, so we're almost done. So I think it's my video editing class today at 1:30 p.m. So it's gonna be online. It's not in campus. So yeah, we're gonna be online from 1:30 I think till 5 unless class ends a little early. And then from there, there's actually the Euro Cup semifinals today. I think it's Italy versus Spain today in the afternoon after my class ends around 3 p.m. I think. So I'll probably try to watch that while I'm in class if nothing important's happening. So yeah, and today's sports today's news segment of this assignment will probably be about sports, as there is a lot of sports happening in and around the world right now. You know, the Euro Cup, the Copa America, a bunch of football transfer news. Football as in soccer, not as in American football. What else is there? That was pretty much it, Alright guys, so I am changed. I am gonna go for the run. By the way, England, it is coming home. England are gonna win the Euros. My prediction right here. Anyways, I'm about to go on the run. Hope I beat my record. Once again, record's right here. Hoping to beat 32 minutes. I gotta beat 32 minutes. It's gonna be a tough one, but I think I can do it. Alright, so I'm back from the run and I got some great news. So as you can see here, my current record was 32 minutes and 57 seconds. But now, if I move over a little bit, my record is now 32 minutes and 2 seconds. So I beat my record by 55 seconds. I was so close from beating it from a minute, but I'll take that. I'll take 55 seconds. It was like 5 seconds off, but it's still an improvement from yesterday, so I'll take it, or from last week I should say, actually. So the run is complete. That's one step of my day pretty much done. I'm gonna have breakfast now. Some mini wheats. Let me tell you, mini wheats, best cereal in the world. They're goated. Huge, like, you can't get better than that. If you can, tell me, because nothing's better than that in my opinion. So I'm gonna have my breakfast, and then I don't think I have class for another 3 hours. So I guess I'll see you guys when my class starts. Alright, so I was just pouring my cereal, and I was not gonna record this, but hold on, let me get this for you. I was just pouring my cereal, and just before I poured my milk, I saw this. It's a 4 mini wheat. To compare, this is a regular one. Bro, is this like a rare one that, like, if you find it, you get like 50K or something? Because if it is, I found it. It's on camera. I found it. It's 4 mini wheats together. I thought, okay, now
It seems stupid now, but in my head it looked cool. So, okay, never mind. Just back to when I go back to class.
Alright, so the Spain versus Italy game is literally seconds away from kickoff. I'm currently in class, but we have a 45-minute break, so I'm going to go downstairs and watch the first half of the game downstairs on the big TV and then come back up here and watch the second half here while I'm back in class. But a side note, I actually have an Italian friend, and he's like big supporting Italian, but I'm telling him Spain's going to win today. So we have a bet going, and the loser has to buy the other person a full, like, large pizza. So we'll see who wins. You know, I got Spain all day. I got the jersey on. He's probably gonna FaceTime me after the game if Italy win. If not, I'm definitely FaceTiming him, and I'm gonna record this. So hopefully we see who wins.
Gets it back. Alvaro Morata does it for Spain. What a story that.
Alright, so we've reached the news segment of this journal entry. Just before I start, all the articles will be linked into the description of every video. So yesterday's video, all the links are in the description, as well as this video. So any article I talk about or any news I talk about will be in the description, and it'll be labeled story 1, 2, and 3, and that's in the order that I speak about it. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, just a heads up before we actually get into the news, I'm going to be glancing at my monitor, which is behind the camera, so if you see me looking behind the camera, that's where I'm looking. Alright, so we're starting off with actually a COVID-19 story. Now I'll have this pop up on screen, so I'll move over a little bit. But there was actually 164 cases today, July 6th on Tuesday, which is lower than 170 infections, which was on Monday, July 5th. Now, I spoke about this same thing in yesterday's episode, or yesterday's diary or journal, whatever it's called. I still don't know what it's called, but I spoke about this yesterday. We're down significantly from what we were last year and this year. Like just a few months, we were at the 2,000-3,000 mark, right? And it's great that we're dropping nearly 10 cases a day. That's great and all, but my thing yesterday was the amount of tests that were done. There was about 12.8 thousand tests done yesterday. So I brought up the point where it could be either we still have high COVID-19 cases, it's just we're not doing enough tests, or the rate is really lower, it's just not as low as we think it is because of the low test, meaning we could be in the 500 mark, the 200 mark, but the tests are so low that we're not getting that number out. But today, I think that answered my question. We had 164 cases today, lower than yesterday, but we had nearly, I think 12, maybe 13,000 more tests than yesterday. Yesterday we had about 12.9, 12.8. Today we had 28,000 tests done. So a whole 10K more. So that proves that they are testing more, thankfully, and the cases are actually lower than what they were. And that actually, that really pleases me that more tests are being done and fewer cases are coming out. And personally, in my own region, I'm in York region currently, there was 13 cases in the entirety of the region, which is amazing, Alright, so now we move on to the sports and something that I'm personally very interested in. And the jersey that I have on right now, Spain versus Italy in the semifinals. I'll have the screenshot come up right next to me right now. As you can see, it's 1-1 full time. So the entire game went 1-1. Obviously a very intense game, two very big teams in the semifinals of the Euro Cup, which happens every 2 years. So it's a big tournament. Probably just the one right after World Cup, But the game went to penalties and Italy won 4-2. Unfortunately, Spain, personally, as a Spain fan, they don't have good penalty takers. All their good players have retired. They try to go with a youth squad, all young players. They had some seniors in there that were well-rounded, but they just couldn't get the finishes on the penalties. Unfortunately, Italy came in. They were very confident. They were very confident in their ability, especially in the penalties. So now for the Copa America, pretty much it's like the Euros, but it's for the South American countries. Now, looking at this, it's amazing, because down there, every single team is a rivalry. It's very intense. Every team is just going head for head. It doesn't matter if you're Chile, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, any country you are. It's going to be a tough game no matter what. Both teams put up an amazing performance, but it was the semifinals yesterday, and it was Brazil versus Peru. And think about it, we're talking about like not prime Brazil with Ronaldo and Ronaldinho and Rivaldo and all those players, but we're talking about a Brazil with Neymar, Carrasco, and like all these other players, and they went 1-0. They won. They still won, but it was 1-0 against Peru out of all countries. If I told you to name one player from Peru, I don't think anyone could. So to just see that knows that how intense and how crazy these games will be, and they are. Now the second semifinal is actually tonight. It's Argentina versus Colombia, and if I can pull this up right now because the game is actually happening live right now. It's the 25th minute, so the game has already started, and it's 1-0 Argentina.